citizenry of Launceston. In 1804,
1804.
and apparently we've got first-hand experience of those olden days, but in 1804, when the upper reaches of the Tamar River Basin were first being explored, it was noted by Lieutenant General, soon to be Governor of Tasmania, William Collins, that he could place a fine city on this site without even chopping down a tree. And that was due to the fact that the extensive floodplains were covered in grasslands. And this was done by the original inhabitants with their fire stick farming. They would burn off all the low-lying scrub to encourage grassland, which further encouraged the wallabies and the wombats and other tasty meat sources to come in and feed
I wonder how
on
they
these
get
grass
these
flats.
yachts in here.
They also encouraged the growth of the streamside sedges and reeds for the abundant waterfowl that populated this area. And there is also evidence that perhaps there was a deliberate cultivation of roots, bulbs and tubers to provide carbohydrates in the diets of the first inhabitants. It is significant to note that in the late 1700s, when the French expeditions came upon the tribes of the southeastern Tasmanian natives, the naturalist Bourdin noted that the locals were tall, fine-limbed, sturdy and bright of eye. And he also noted that they were able to fulfill their nutrient needs with under less than 20 minutes of hunting and gathering, leaving the rest of their days for their extensive dance, song and ceremony. We're just turning now in the northwest, and just in this basin where we are, it's where three rivers meet. We have the North Esk, we have the South Esk, and we have the Tamar River meeting. And that's reflected on the flag of the city of Launceston, which I'm flying behind the boat at the moment. You can't see it unfurled, but what we have is a golden background, which symbolises the wealth of this area. We have a blue yoke or a triangle, which symbolises the meeting of the water. And then we also have the Tasmanian waratah, Telopea truncata, which is the flower symbol for Tasmania. And that's represented on our city flag. Now, the Tamar River, at approximately 75 kilometres, is the longest navigable estuarine waterway in Australia. We also have the South Esk that has over 200 kilometres of streamside frontage, and once again that's the longest freshwater river in Australia. Now the North and South Esk, they both originate from the mountain ranges behind us, and as we move down the river and then turn back, you'll actually get a good look at Mount Arthur, Mount Barrow and Ben Lomond. Both the North and South Esks originate in the foothills of the Ben Lomond Massif, Ben Lomond Plateau. And the North and South Esks actually drain approximately 1/5 of the land mass of Tasmania. So once upon a time, where we are now, we would have been at the bottom of the ancient Lake Tamar. And the ancient Lake Tamar actually covers, as I said, 1/5 of the land mass of Tasmania. And as the North and South Esks make their way into this upper basin, there are a number of places where they pass within quite close proximity of each other. And it is actually thought that our next major flooding event, we could actually lose the South Esk altogether. Because there is a place at Rose's Tier where the two rivers come within around about 150 metres of each other. This is loose sediment, so any major flood event in the future has the potential to wash away that dam, or the graben as it's perhaps more correctly called, and then the North and South Esk would join. The South Esk will drain into the North Esk and we'll actually lose the South Esk. So historically, the geologists tell us that there's been a number of different times in the past where such a thing has occurred. So fingers crossed, we might actually see that again.